Good evening! Welcome again to all of the Blue Rogues out there. Thank you for, hopefully in the fullness of time, joining us this evening. I am, once again, and as always, the Corundum Cat, fighting as ever with my second screen to get chat brought up. Okay, we are live. Cool! Yes, I am the Corundum Cat. This is part... I just changed the name, 17, of our long play of Skies of Arcadia Legends, originally for the Sega Dreamcast, re-released for the GameCube. And let's see, where were we? Also, as ever, thank you, Almighty Tim, our able first mate, for joining us here. We left off last time fighting an awesome, cool, kind of like turtle, duck, bird, cyborg thing. It was some kind of Pokemon in Glacius, capital of the Purple Moon of the Old World. We got us that crystal. Old Man Drachma, still alive. Old friend. He was marooned, buried alive in the center of a frozen planet. But he is back on payroll, reunited with Little Jack, and has gone his own way for now. We, speaking of going our own way, will continue quoting Fleetwood Mac for the duration of the session. Don't hold me to that, but it might happen kind of organically. So, we got us that crystal. Our next stop, officially, is we're going to be headed home to Crescent Island. We have some upgrades for the Delphinus that need to be finished to open up the remaining biomes, and we've got some wildlife to brutalize along the way. And I'll be 100% honest, I'm not sure what the best route back is going to be, so we're going to play it by ear, and we're going to give these penguins what for, because they think they're so good. I don't. Fine's like, yeah, we did it. We're eating well tonight. Go down to the galley, have a little cook-off between Polly and Urala, see who can make a better penguin fricassee. I was going to say now I want penguin. I don't. That sounds kind of gross, actually. They're supposedly very gamey. This channel does not recommend that you eat penguins, but if you find yourself eating penguins, let me know how they taste. I'd appreciate it. Ooh, is that a discovery? I think we might have already found that. We didn't. Oh, we did. The Kamarok. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, this headwind. We are back in the North Ocean, aren't we? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that is expected. Right. We just... The map, it is round, roughly speaking. So we can pass right through North Ocean. And... Yeah. Up past Pirate Isle. Up past Sailor's Isle. Then right through the cut at Nazarad. Back home. Cool. It's already become home. I'm so happy with it. Also, wow, they're not joking about that headwind. we are Tokyo drifting in that sky. Okay. Or my controller is borked. No, it was North Ocean. Okay. Also, navigating is so much easier since we stole this awesome prototype that can go basically anywhere. Did we pick up any moonfish in Glacius? I don't recall, but let's check in with Doc and see if we have any more food for the creepy bird, since we're passing through his airspace anyway. We did not have any additional moonfish. He can smell it on us. Or the creepy bird can smell it. Either way. Okay, random wildlife. I'm starting to feel actually a little bit bad about this. Okay, not for the scorpions though. I don't like scoreflies and their ascended forms. Maybe they'll randomly drop a moonberry.
That was fun.
Yeah, I suppose I jinxed that too hard. Well, I had to try. Yep. Okay. We're on a good heading here. Well, once we go through this Skyrim. Do a little dolphin dive here, and Crescent Island should be coming right into view, if I'm looking in the correct direction. Step 1 of navigation, make sure the bow is actually pointing where you want to go. See, now that would have been the perfect segue. I fell behind on the small amount of prep work I actually do for the mailbag segment here, because I was definitely okay. You know what? I'll write it down. I'll cover it next week. Wanted to touch base on one of the famous quandaries of the, I mean, not just the age of sailing, but like before it and after it, and that is the longitude problem. The difficulty of navigation well outside of the sight of land when stellar markers are not always available to you, like during the day. There was a whole thing, centuries of effort and concern put into finding a way to do that. What the best has come up with is the angle of inclination of the sun at this very specific time of day, and then just carry really accurate chart books with you to compare those values. That's an incredibly. That's the part that's what I can recall offhand. There's a whole bunch more information about it. There was like an enormous, like 200,000 pounds in 1600s Britain money to anyone who could figure out how to do this, because it was like a major limiting factor in British colonial expansion and the Navy. And I was going to have a whole segment prepared for that. Totally forgot about it. So that's what I remember offhand. We'll pick up with that next week. Navigating Arcadia, we have a very accurate map, and I just have to pay attention to where the bow is pointing.
Ba-ba-bam! The back and the hull seems to be in one piece.
Of course it is in one piece. A little ice isn't gonna hurt it one bit.
Okay. Which one's Brabham?
Alright, Captain Weiss, about that book from Yafatoma. Why does my voice keep changing? I built an engine for you, using the plans in that book. Until now, you haven't been able to fly above or below the clouds because the pressure differences were too hard on your engine. But now, that's not a problem.
You'll be able to fly over mountains and these large islands. You'll be flying all over the dang place.
One of 2 swear words in the game. There we go. I bobbled it.
Really? It's great.
When can you install? Yeah. When can you 2 eccentric garage engineers working in a cave with potentially a box of scraps replace the entire engine in our state-of-the-art battleship? These guys.
I'll have it done by tomorrow, Squire.
Yeah. With the new engine, we'll be able to travel more places than ever before. All right, everyone to the meeting room. Let's decide where to go next. Okay, I don't think I'm allowed. I don't think I'm allowed to be mean to Ismail and Rodham anymore, because like that's really good turnaround. That's the sort of thing you have to dry dock actual ships for months. but we pay for the best. Well, actually, we pay for eccentric weirdos, but we also recruit them, so I think it all works out. Oh, you know what? Before I hit up the meeting room, I do want to check in the other side. I guess I could have walked through town. That would have been easier. Doesn't matter. Want to check in our little merchant cave? The cave where we consign the capitalists, and see if Ryokan is ready to start doing swordsman business with us. Because he needed a little napsy to get the creative juices flowing. Also, Osmond has extended her, I think it's her, stock, and we'll check there as well.
I have a collection of some of the finest weapons that you'll ever see.
Still a foolish samurai. Okay. Oh no, this is familiar. This is what he had. This is what he had before. I guess we're missing another sort of trigger for advancing the time. Maybe it might be the next meeting. We'll find out. Has Osmond updated though? Because this looks like she's got more stuff, and we paid her money.
Please take a look around. I've got items galore.
Nothing else. I'm pretty sure we have a Sylvan Bane treasure from Glacius that we can sell. Ooh, spell boxes. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're rich enough. We can, we can have a little salami. Silence is kind of good money after bad. We have other things to deal with that. Dispel Drillin. That's a debuff? Alright, we might remember that exists. We probably will be doing other things to enemies as opposed to debuffing. Still, not going to complain about having the option. And one of the 3 lost sacred figurines that Pinta is looking for. Boy, okay, no. The winter orb is the treasure of Glacia. Where did we find a Magilix idol? I gotta pay better attention to quest rewards. Well, let's sell the winter orb, because that's just dungeon treasure from the Sylvan Bane. Yeah, let's check in with Pinta. Creepy weirdo delegate that he is back in town, and yeah, see if he wants a 25,000 gold treasure. I'll let it go for him. 30,000. These are friend rates. Ooh, also, we got we've got Kirala working the Yafatoman magic here. We got nice. I like it. You got any more work for us? Do we have anything remodeled? Yeah! Let's remodel an island. Remodel something out. I think we did the tavern previously. That's why it's all fancy and stone. Let's renovate the living quarters. $2,000? Yeah, that's easy. I like the Yafatoman style. It's very clean. It's very prestigious. If the Valuans show up, we can just claim to be like a completely unaffiliated Yafatoman colony. Like, what? Air pirates? That doesn't sound like us. Oh, and the crew is moving into the space. Don has found a new bar. How you doing, Don?
I heard this place used to be a desert island. I figured it'd be more depressing than Esperanza. Look at my mustache. Well, you got a good variety of food and drinks here. You've assembled quite a crew. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, his approval means everything to me. A man who gave up on life and crawled into a bottle. Okay. Pinta, I think, is on the first floor in the communal living quarters. Marco, how you doing? Yeah, creepy guy. Founded a lot of islands. Where's this island, you ask? It's a secret. Okay. Oh. He's teasing us with a secret island with expensive animals. Do we want are we starting a zoo? Are we opening up a new platform for a wildlife conservation NGO? Are we going to be Fulton extracting bears? Okay, you know what? Sign me up. 500 gold. I've spent a lot more on worse causes. What kind of animals would I like? Oh, Jesus. Bring me something cute from the east. The ladies will love it. This is not a mechanic I've ever interacted with before. Okay, well, I guess if he doesn't want a Magilix idol, well, you know, okay, you know what? We'll hold on to it for now. We're not exactly strapped for cash. If we put the whole set together, we will show it off to Pinta and then sell it directly in front of him to crush his spirit. In the meantime, just wild, you know, random animals wandering around. It's the worst that could happen. Okay, you know what? Can we, while we're renovating the island, can we get some guardrails on this? Just saying, you know, forget about dental. Forget about paid time off. Forget about compensated mileage. I just want one railing right here. You know, I asked Pirate Headquarters about it. You know what they said? No. You'd be leaning on it. Alright, what's going on in our awesome meeting room? God, it always looks so good. Alright, we got the purple crystal. All that's left are yellow and silver. Honestly, yeah, we are 4 MacGuffins down. We're doing great. The Sylvite Elders already have the silver crystal. They would, yes. So we really only have to worry about the yellow crystal. Which, for the record, we already located. It was in the Maw of Tartus, miles below Valua. It looks like our mission is almost finished. But wait, wasn't the yellow crystal located in the Maw of Tartus and Valua? Thank you, Aika, for catching us up on the plot. I'm glad I'm not the only one paying attention. Last time we went there, we couldn't get in because the opening was sealed.
Yes, the Valuans have made several unsuccessful attempts at removing the seal. But perhaps we might be able to bypass the seal with the Delphinus' new engine. According to the geologists of the Valuan Empire, the lower layers of the Valuan Islands are filled with cracks and fissures. In other words, there's a whole system of subterranean tunnels running through Valua.
That's all we have to do is fly around underneath Valua and look for an opening. I see. So, in other words, if we can't get in from the top, we'll try and get in from the bottom. This is the same brainstorming session last time that brought us, let's ram the bow of our ship into a glacier to try and crack our way into a lost city. And we'll fly beneath Valua and look for an opening underneath the island. Once we get inside the tunnels, we should be able to find the crystal. I mean, that's our track record. We're finding crystals left and right. Well, since we can fly higher and lower than we ever have before, we might as well take advantage of it. We are going to Ico. We are about to abuse this technology. Exactly. Let's rest up today. We'll leave for Valua first thing tomorrow morning. Maybe do a bit of a shakedown cruise with our new garage-built experimental super engine of half-translated Yapatoman technology. Who am I kidding? We're going straight there. Actually, not true, but... Hey, yo, Enrique, you here? Hey, yo, Mogi, you here with Enrique? Ah, they've scoppered. That's fine. I'm not gonna barge in on the ladies. What am I, a cat? Was that... Okay, obviously not enough to renovate the living quarters because we were in it at the time. Oh, right, and Brabham, if we want to change back to rustic log cabin wild island look, then we can Brabham undo all of Kerala's hard work if we were heartless and cruel. And I am, but not to Kerala. She's nice. In the meantime, the flag of the Blue Rogues will forever fly undaunted and cute as heck. SeaWorld, eat your heart. Oh! There they are! Yo! Okay. I'm not enough of a cat to walk in either Ica or Fina, possibly in Flagrante Delectio, but I will absolutely crash Enrique's date. Hey, how's it going, Prince?
I always wondered when I would return to Valor. Somehow, this isn't quite what I imagined.
Mogi, you're too good for him.
This is a very beautiful island that you found, Bex. The pond reminds me of home. It's relaxing. I wish I can just stay here like this forever.
I mean, we are actively renovating it to be more Yafatoman, as a cover for all of our various international crimes, so. Alright, show me this new engine. What kind of mileage does it get? Just shoveling in moonstones like they're coal. Hey, creepy old man, how we doing? You can fly the Delphinus above and below the clouds? Yep, that scans. That's what we're gonna do. This is unnecessary. Nothing's gonna attack us and destroy us in low sky or high sky, but I see a save point, I get twitchy. I ignored the one up top, I can only do it so often. Everybody back on the boat. Shore leave is cancelled. Okay, so, this new engine. We no longer have to worry about terrorizing the wildlife. So, we have access now to the... Now, the map doesn't change. Right, we're just higher up in the skybox. If we were going to go straight to where we're going, we could just fly a short distance to west to get to the Mount the Maw of Tartus, rather. But we now have access to. There's Gortys Bistro on the map. Awesome. But we can now go super high. That dark band below us, that is the Dark Rift. We are now able to completely circumvent the greatest navigational hazard in the world. And there are no random encounters up here. There are discoveries up here, some of which we have seen from further below. I'm going to be checking heading a lot. Around the vicinity of the Temple of Pyron and whatnot, like right around here, we previously almost found an awesome sky train that was just a little too high for us to interact with. That is a thing that we are going to see if we can track down. There's also like some disused satellite. Above Sailor's Island, if we end up in that direction, there's from like the very first session, me trying to see if I can get the island with the waterfall. It was a little bit too high. Not anymore. And there's one now. When we get to Gortys Island, we're going to be able to recruit Domingo. TJ, yes, we're so high right now. We're high enough to see the Iron Star. And if this doesn't look like it's from a different genre of game entirely. A strange object said to be launched by the ancient civilization of the Red Moon. Its purpose has been long forgotten, but legends say that its eye could see the entire world. Even now, sailors navigate by its rhythmic, flashing light. I mean, obviously, this is a post-high science fiction setting, but yeah, they straight up had a, satellite network in the old world. They had space travel. They blew it all up. dang them all to heck, etc. They really did it. Look at that black pirate ship down there. We could just drop things on. Train! Plot us an intercept course. It's not quite faster than we are. Yeah, hi, this is Galaxy Express 39. And for the record, it's pronounced 39, not 999, not 999, it's 39. We found the SkyTrain. While a rail car of a similar nature currently exists in Valua, this flying train is believed to have once carried passengers between the lands of the red, green, and purple moons. Although no more passengers aboard, the SkyTrain carries on. I have a question. As a professional pirate, increasingly famous for our acts of daring do, why can't we own this? Whoa, there it goes. Why don't I own that? No, seriously, I want to steal that train. I love the Delphinus. The Delphinus is the best boat in the world. I kind of want to pirate people flying around in the SkyTrain. We'd be unsuplexable. I'm not trying to think there's a... Just above the above the terrible conditions of North Ocean. I've gone mad with our limited amount of power here. All right, that's Glacius again. I have indeed gone too far. That's Esperanza. Yeah, we want to swing back to around the vicinity of Pirate Isle. Because again, there's that island pouring a waterfall out for its lost homies. I'm pretty sure that is another discovery. I don't know that there is anything in... We're gonna blitz all the trains. We doing that input, it's fighting game style, son. No, I don't know if there's any high altitude discoveries around Yafatoma. Around Ixataka, itself. But I do want to check over there because we have some crew that we can pick up in Porteca. Hans should be recruitable now, and I believe there's a lookout there, and there's a dancer that we might be able to recruit. I don't recall what her specific condition is. No, this still doesn't, I guess I'm misremembering that. Doesn't matter. We got other discoveries. But yeah, so we're going to pick up a few more errant hands here out of Porteca, which is now much easier to get to. And then we are... Should we... I've been saying I'm going to do it. Should we go back? Yeah, okay. We'll... You know what? Since I can just fly to Esperanza again, we will duck back into the Black Rift briefly to try and find Polly's husband. He is marooned in there. And, you know, she does good work. And after that, because I'm a pirate of my word, don't you dare be besmirching my honor, boy. Before we crack open the Maw of Tardis... No, what? After we crack open the Maw of Tardis, we're going to go to Gordo's Bistro. We'll celebrate. Get us that 16,000 gold full course meal. Maybe before. Oh, if we go before, we can pick up Domingo for the extra discoveries. Yeah, we'll probably do that. All plans subject to change on either encounter with the enemy or, you know, me thinking about them for 30 seconds. But this is the Oh, hang on. Is that a new boat? Oh, geez. Okay, hang on. I think I know what that is. We'll check it out after. This is the part of the game appropriate for a JRPG, right? Where normally we'd be getting an airship in the back half. This is now the point where, okay, the Delphinus is fully upgraded. You can travel based anywhere on the map. And there's a bunch more exploration options. There's notably little... I don't believe there are any ship battles at high altitude or low. I might be wrong about that. No, actually, I think there are Yaphet-Toman pirates that are in high sky. I'd have to double check. I could be misremembering that entirely. Yo, Hans. You want the job or what? Yeah, Mr. Weiss, I finished with my job as a factory technician. I'm ready to join the crew of the Delphinus like we agreed. Alright, Hans. Great to have you aboard. Thank you, sir. I won't let you down, Captain Weiss. Okay, got us an extra engineer. Awesome. If I can remember how to get to the tavern, we might be able to recruit the dancer that works there. And behind the King's Hut in the other segment of the map, there's the lookout. Tiki Tiki? That can't be right. I have to be misremembering his name. That just sounds offensive. Well, regardless, there's the dude, the laziest man in Horteca, the laziest man in all of Ixotaki County, which puts him high in running of laziest Arcadia-wide. But I believe we can get him on payroll as well. Wait, hang on, that's not how I navigate this infernal city. I have naval cannons. They really should have designed a more pedestrian-friendly settlement. Yeah, because his deal, like, when you've talked to him, he points you towards the golden statue for finding Rixus, and I'm pretty sure after you have that discovery and you have Delphinus, you can recruit him. What are you guys doing? Oh, they're doing a ceremonial dance honoring Fun. Okay. I'd be up for that. Finest back on board, just drinking Enrique under the table in the in the ballroom. Tika Tika. Okay, I was close. We have a nice ship. We've seen a ship with all women sailors. Sometimes I see them flying nearby. They're very different from women here. He's very curious. Okay, yes, that must be it. There really is a village of only women. I've been searching for it for many years. Thank you. The sailor, no. Take me. Oh, okay. So his trigger conviction is that we found the Ixinus village. Awesome. Good news, bad news. Free lookout. Bad news. We have definitely spawned the next super bounty in the area, and that is the Ixinus demons. They've been on the wanted list for a little while. And now that we have got him on board, I'm pretty sure that makes them spawn. So we'll have that going for us if we feel like getting into another absolutely vicious three-person bounty fight. You know, I've got another Aura of Valor. Whatever, I can scoop them up. Oh, okay, that's only completed bounties. And, we have all of our slots filled for the first time, now that we have our lookout. Great. That is going to open up our other super move. Increases torpedo hit chance. Wonderful. I do like torpedoes. I wish they were better. He makes them better. Let me see if I can find the bar. and see if we can. I do not recall what the trigger condition is, or the recruit condition is for the dancer there. Yeah, if I run into the Ixnus demons, we will fight them. We're gonna save first. I don't recall them being harder than Evil Vice, Evil Finite, like. But I seem to recall they are about as difficult. They are the ruckus. Yeah, okay, that's not it. How do I get? It's like we should take a slide to get there. Yeah, that. That's that. That hole takes us... I'm not sure if that goes up to where we want to go, but I do know that we have to get there through yeah, riding that slide down. So where do we pick up the other side of it? Ugh, the city. Don't get me wrong, the music is great. They are the renegades of funk living up in here. Okay, alright, that only goes over to that other treasure chest. That doesn't help us. That goes down to Sentime. That does not go further up. Ah! I am disenamored with their town. Where does that connect to? Maybe I can... Okay, you know what? This is silly. I'm going to try to go up that other fire pole and see if that takes me where I need to be. Because that's how fire poles work. You slide up them. I don't make the rules. Look around is ladders or okay no that goes through to the king. A substantial amount of this week's narration will be me talking to myself while I am lost as all heck. I don't know why it makes a creepy creaking noise, but that's fine. Okay, but you know what? I said I would change my mind. If we can beat the Ixnus demons, then we have earned a trip to Gordo's fabulously overpriced bistro. Hey, how are your job prospects? That's a very powerful ship that you have. I hope one day I'll board the ship. I look for comrades to make it revenge of Valor. I wrote a letter to Quecha and sent it into the sky. I asked the Quecha to send peace and be strong, boy. Dude. No. Guess not. Okay, so I suppose if we want her on payroll, we have to find her letter in the sky so we can answer it properly. We could just find a recruiter, like, hey, yo, I'm your guy. I'm one of them. I'm here. I'm on the boat. It's cool. We're all cool here. How are you? Okay. Not a problem. We have, I think she is, I don't know, does she count as a jester as the catch-all for the, morale option? Regardless, we have all of the crew slots filled, which means, in our next fight, I can show off the Blue Rogues skill. Unless the next fight is the Ixnus Demons, that we're going to take that seriously. And if we have a full spirit bar with them, we're dropping a planet on them. Still, 2 more crew, nothing to sneer at. Oh, I should have checked what Hans does, see if we want him to be active or not. Engineers! Brabham is ship defense, and Hans is magic defense. Yeah, Hans is not terribly useful in that case, because regular cannon fire is much more common than magic cannon fire. I mean, there are exceptions, but I think we're past most of them. I don't believe there's a Lynx Mark II. I'm not sure we're going to have to go another few rounds with Admiral Beleza and whatever her new disguise is. So as I recall correctly, the Ixinus are just, they're one of the boats in the area around Torteca. And I'm not sure if that's them up ahead, but we will cost a couple random people and see if it is a boat full of voracious Amazons. And if not, we'll get out of here. Nope. What, 10 Sky Stardust? Yeah, we got that. Chomp, 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 he loves fish. Oh! Huh! Okay, so he just gave us a full level of Pupil evolution because we gave him 10 fish. I mean, buddy, I have like a whole bunch more Sky Sardish. Like, no, we'll make this trade any day of the week. Well, what's next for the Pupil? Spear! Its hunger is never sated, and now it is sharper than ever. Okay, that was not the Ixinus demons. I'm still glad we accosted that dude, however. Womp 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 womp. This altitude will become more important when we return to Valua to get to the Maw of Tartus, but this is low sky. It's exactly what it sounds like. We are below the regular operating altitude. And there are, because the game loves to mess with me, there are some discoveries that are effectively like that are on the underside of islands, and I'm pretty sure you can get to all of them in the regular altitude, but don't 100% quote me on that. Check up here real quick. Paint the hull a little bit green. These high altitude islands. There's only so much content up here, you know, never know. No, I guess we're good. Okay. Well, we drop down real quick. Let's have a look. We're in the vicinity of the King's Hideout. That's the black market, though we can sell him discovery information. Yeah, we don't need Valuan guns. We got better guns than that. The Aurora. 16,600 for the discovery of the Skytrain. Yeah, tell the whole world, buddy. We're awesome. We're great at what we do. Yes, the Ixinus demons. Oh, and we have enough other bounties that Lord Zilvanbane is on the list officially. The supposed leader of the infamous clan of bandits, nothing is known about his true identity. Nobody knows where he's from. Little is known about his fighting tactics other than his use of explosive powder, like all the other Zildjian Bane. Also, that was a heck of a lot of money just for saying, hey, there's an awesome train that you're going to have to take our word for it. You think we could scam the guild that easily? Be like, oh yeah, no man. There's we flew above the clouds. There's some stuff up there. There's a casino. You know, they got a hotel staff up there. How are they gonna prove us wrong? They can't. That's a unique looking ship. Nope, regular Ixatakan boat. I keep head faking myself. Yeah, you know what? Ixnus demons, I don't think they exist. Was kind of hoping they would fly directly into me after saying that. That was too obvious. It was too easy. I tried. We found the Alupas. An ancient species that predates the Ixatakan civilization, the Alupas live quietly in the forest. Their calm, proud demeanor has earned them the name Sages of the Forest. They are also known for choosing their mates for life. Is this that island that Pinta was trying to be like, hey, yo, I know a cool island filled with cool animals? Be like, yeah, we know. We found one too. Oh, hey, and then this is the actual above the clouds. Oh, that's so cute. The high altitude Ixatakan temple actually shows up in the high altitude. Oh, that is adorable. I like that so much for us. Bird, bird, bird. What is that thing? I've never seen a bird this big before. I don't know, but it looks like he's hungry. The rock, yes, the rock, the legendary rock. Okay, I've never done this fight before. I was never able. This thing covers a large swath of the map. I've never actually fought it previously. We are going to destroy something. Absolutely beautiful, because that's how we roll in Pirate Town. Let's get us some good focus, because we will want. I mean, yeah, you know how we do. We want that good stuff, and we want to be able to. Yeah, I'm sure we'll take some hits. We'll heal up at the end. We'll have a lot of focus. God, what a shot. Okay, I think that's our thumbnail for the week. Just the scale of the Delphinus next to the rock. That's beautiful. Okay, new justification. If we survive the rock, we're going to Gordo's. I mean, we're going to survive the rock if that's its special attack. Still, 4,000 hull damage is nothing to sneeze at. Bird up. It's the worst show in Arcadia. Okay, you know, I said I was going to be quoting Fleetwood Mac. I did not expect to be quoting Eric Andre. But here we are. Streaming makes fools of us all. It certainly makes fools of this bird. Beautiful plumage, though. I'm wondering if that's its only attack. Again, not a fight I've ever done. We're going to find out. We're going to see how it likes cannons. Do we have bird shot for the cannons? When the bird is this large, Is all shot bird shot? That scream! It's too powerful. It's going to tear the ship apart. We're fine. It's still coming after us. He must be really, really hungry. I'm not so worried about it. I mean, we're pretty good at what we do. Let's just put some rounds downrange and see how this bad bird do. We can soak some hull damage on this. Let's see how the cannons work. Ah, yeah, that's fine. That's a noticeable hit with just one sub-cannon. Not actually a hidden super boss waiting to devour anyone who gets cocky with the new engine. Oh, that's a problem! Oh, jeez. What did I... Oh. The presence of a foot and mouth. That's on me. That was my fault. If we could hit it reliably, we'd be doing fine. We'll see what our command option is at the end of the round here, and if we can use the bug zapper, which will become the bird shot. When Valua designed the mightiest battleship in the world, they never knew. Vice, awaiting orders. What should we do? Send out Enrique to get eaten. He had a good run, but it's for the... If we hold our position, it's going to shout us to pieces and then shake the ruins. We gotta go for it. Bow into it. Obviously, it's an apex predator, which means you charge straight at it. Honestly, that's actually, like, if you're stuck fighting apex predator, that is usually actually the correct thing to do. Also, don't fight apex predators if you can avoid it. Or hippos, those things are mean. Take it straight on. Let's aim for its head. Well, I suppose we have to take a risk sometime. Just watch out for attacks, okay, Vice? Yeah. Now, this may or may not end the fight. But if it doesn't, I think we can do it again next round.
Moonstone cannon, fire!
Sturdy bird. Yeah, we'll get him next time. Oh, that POV shot. That's so good. Don't you grab my boat. What did I just don't... This thing. I mean, I see that the grab objectively does less hull damage than the last voice. There's something just so rude about it. It's like, crew, this is your captain speaking. If you look out the port side viewports, you'll notice a giant bird whose talons are the size of entire islands, waiting to shake the crap out of us. It's his boat. We just work on it. Yeah, he is the captain now. Okay, as a bit of meta commentary, this is oh geez, yeah, it's got us by the hip. Okay, shield through the worst of it. Have Arala make the rounds. We'll still be at above. We'll still be at above half hull. We're fine. And not focus. We are going to buff in this. And you know, if the hull gets a little bit scratched, that's fine. Next sequence, we should be able to take it to pieces. Right before I switched over to streaming for the evening, I was like, oh, the Delphinus is at 4,300 health, or 43,000 health out of 50. It's like, I'll go ahead and heal that. It shouldn't be necessary. We're just going to be sailing around for a bit, right? Now I'm, of course, not dead. At least I won't have to look very hard to find, you know, to get a screen cap of a bird attacking us, because it keeps happening. All right, we are buffed, we are ready, we are well fed. Our spear gauge is through the roof. Had about enough of this bird. Where'd the bird go? Oh.
Aika, behind us! It got behind us somehow.
Oh
No! It somehow got behind us as we tried to get in front of it.
Oof. Okay. The bird knows tactics. We are going to have a hard time hitting it while it is behind us. Whew. Okay. We ask ourselves, is this a good idea? The answer is no. That's 3 rounds of weakness followed by 1 round of hazard. Could it actually sink us in that amount of time? I'm not sure. I don't necessarily aim to find out. Who is driving this thing? I mean, Vice is flying, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to think that this was... I mean, okay, it's a big bird, it's maneuverable. That fact that we're surprised that it got behind us, we just recruited a new lookout. Okay? There's a guy up at the top of the conning tower. He has a speaking tube to the bridge. What was he doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Those cannon shots are gonna miss while it's you know, on our hip. Crispy Fellow, love this game so much. Hey, welcome! Yes, I love it as well. You know, this is our first encounter. Certainly my first encounter with a rock. It's in it to win it. Oh, the torpedo was the good choice, though. Woo! I think we still have a subcannon firing for... Yeah, okay. No! The meat! I don't know what I was expecting. We would have feasted for, like, ever. I'll take the money. Gold bullion? We got gold, but wait, that's a ship item. Okay, I have to know. Love how it explodes. Yeah. Like, oh, okay, well, you know, blasting off again. Someone, wherever that thing lands, is gonna be like, oh gosh, okay, there's a war in heaven, and I think we're winning. All right, yeah, okay. Pretty good hull damage for a big bird. Let's go ahead and patch up the Delphins, just in case like its mate or all of its terrible, ferocious younglings come after us. It wouldn't be the first time. And oh right, Delphins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was. Oh wait, no. Okay, it didn't have a ship icon. That's just an item. That's probably a saleable item. Let's double check. Oh no, it is. It's a ship use item. A piece of solid gold too big to carry. You can keep it or sell it if you need the money. Oh, I mean, I don't think we need the money. I kind of want to just have the Delphins decked out with gold bullion, right? Like have a treasure chamber. Well, I don't know about y'all. That worked up quite an appetite. And since we have been denied the feast of rock flesh that we were hoping for, why don't we head on over to Gordo's, where everybody knows our name, and see if we can. We should definitely be able to recruit Domingo. We've got like 9 more discoveries since he was like, "Oh, you're not a good enough explorer for me." And we're gonna see just what exactly Don Corleone is charging, $4 grand a head for his tasting menu. Just walk in, he's like, hey, this is a dry county. Whiskey's illegal. Oh, hey, Vice. How's everything? Hope your search for disguises has been as fruitful as mine. Well, hey, we're better at this than you are. Oh, it's okay with you. I'd like you to join my crew. Let us work together and find all the discoveries in the world. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not that much of a completionist. Nice try, though. Yeah, men who are better treasure hunters. I wouldn't talk so fast. I've already found more than 30 discoveries. Really? I don't believe it. You actually found more than 30 discoveries? His voice is going to change in every sentence. You can't stop me. You're truly a treasure hunter, Vice. Like I promised. I'll join you in your quest. And besides, you've got 2 very beautiful women with you. How can I resist? About that, buddy. You know what? Wrong tree, questionable forest. Good luck, though. Now we have an alternate lookout. We will have to check what he does. If he's better than Tikataka. If he also doesn't attract, ships full of dangerous women like the Ixnus. Who's to say? Something about that waitress is setting me off. I don't know what. Oh, right. He's got the evil chefs from his minions are actually working in the kitchen. I wonder if they're evil sous chefs now. Nothing wrong with that. It's an important job. Give us the Hog's Head Feast, fat man. Baron Harkonian up in here. You must eat until your belt bursts. Or belly bursts. I'm a new sky sardine skewers. Besides, you're much too skinny to be a captain. A man is not judged by his looks, but by the girth of his belly. I mean, I'm not sure he's wrong. Welcome to Gordo's Bistro. Would you like to try our famous full-on course dinner? It is a very good deal at only 4,000 gold per person. You know what? Order up. Plate me. I said it was happening. It's happening. We filled every crew slot. We killed a giant bird. We're about to raid the underside of Valua and enter another ship dungeon. I want everybody well-fed, well-rested, and Fina totally blitzed. Very well. 4 full-course dinners coming right up. Now here you are. Enjoy your meal. It's just the hog's head. We don't get a monster. I guess this is too early for a Monster Hunter style, you know, overly indulgent cooking sequence. Alas, I don't think that accomplished anything. I don't think we get a buff. I don't think we get XP for that. I think I just spent $16,000 for a gimmick. And you know what? I'm gonna do it again before the final battle. We'll be back. We're gonna be the best customers. Yeah, it turns out, like, that would be much more lucrative than piracy. Your overhead, your operating costs are a lot lower. Pig heads much cheaper than cannonballs, and you can get blue rogues to cough up 16 grand. Can't fault him for it. I'd do the same. So we are headed in the vicinity, back onto our quest here. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, we left Polly's husband in the Dark Rift. Anyway, the Maw of Tardis. Yeah, I guess we just go into Valuan airspace, and then we go underneath Valua. They'll never see us coming. Check out high altitude on the way, since we'll be going low altitude once we get there. I'm pretty sure there are some high altitude discoveries in the North Ocean and Valuan area, but I am not certain. Oh, that's just the Grand Fortress. Oh, sweet. Wait, hang on. Can we descend into Valua Oh! Okay, I legit did not know we could do this. I don't think we can dock back in the... Oh, that is sensational! Something I never tried before. They modeled all of this. The exit from the Grand Fortress, Upper and Lower City Valua, the Palace. We could just win this war now! Okay, Enrique might be upset about it, but we could just level the capital. The loss of life would be horrific. We're better than that. I like to think we're better than that. Just kind of skim under here, and I don't 100% know where the opening for the Maw of Tardis is. Let's get turned around. After I completely ignore the thing I said and check out this low-altitude island. Is this Dangrel? Oh, it's the Valuan Wreckage. Never mind. 20 years ago, a flagship of the Armada disappeared above northern Nazrat near the end of the Valuan-Nasir War. Some theories mention a murder attempt on a commander of the Armada, but the mysterious disappearance has never been fully explained. Well, here it is. We didn't do it. I didn't kill him. They can't prove otherwise. Okay. Oh, yeah, well, I'm a good sailor. Alright, so... We're looking for... I'm just gonna keep getting distracted, aren't I? This is the low-altitude version of the Wisp of the Will of the Wisps. Domingo signed on to the right boat, though. We doing discoveries for days. Dancing lights. A natural phenomenon that can be seen underneath the Valuan continent. It is said to be caused by electricity from the yellow moonstones in the Valuan soil. Some say that it is caused by a giant creature that lives deep inside the ground. How ominous. How terrifying. How scary. How will I ever find the entrance to the Maw of Tardis? Where, oh where could it be? Yeah, no, you don't say. That is worthy of the name Maw of Tardis. Okay, well, I tell you what, chat, I'm going to be back in about 2 minutes, and then we are going to head into this next tier dungeon. We're going to get us another crystal, and nothing bad will happen to us in a place called the Maw of Tardis. Obviously, we're on top of things. So, there's probably a save point directly inside, but just in case, I didn't want that good bistro visit going to waste. I will be back on microphone momentarily. Get yourselves a drink. Have a massage. And I am back. Thank you for your patience. Like any good captain leading a crew, I have been doing my part to combat malaria as we explore the unknown parts of the world, and have been, working on my regulation intake of quinine. So, we are pushing into the Maw of Tartars. The second ship dungeon? I don't know if there is a third. I think they're kind of. Yeah, well, yes and no. I won't spoil it too much. But the tunnels of the Geological Survey of Valua. And that means we're in a dungeon, means we're on dungeon time, so classroom hours will be open. I don't necessarily think there are any gimmicks I super have to worry about here. Just monsters. Okay. How did it sneak up on us? Why is it so cool? These are important questions. Oh, okay, no, all right, we are, this is a level-appropriate dungeon. Hello, terrible snake creature. We have enough spirit to open with Pirate's Wrath. I am sorry to, disappoint you. I'm not sure if that'll do it in one, but if it does it in one, I mean, who am I to complain? We're in a level-appropriate dungeon, which means we're on the curve. So, our flag means death. A great show you should be watching. Our flag on the Delphinus means awesome, adorable meme Dolpha, because Fina is a big fan of old world wildlife. Wow! A little more than half. It also has terrible... Oh, that's a terrible bite. Fortunately, Enrique was guarding. How did we... We only get that much... Oh! Okay, it got a surprise round on us, so we got double spirit to start with. That makes sense. Okay. I guess I can't argue with that. That's fair. Rules as written. What are we gonna do, you know? Also, man, why isn't this thing on our flag? I've immediately lost my train of thought. So, we have an awesome beam dolphin as a flag. It's adorable, it couldn't be better. You see pirates coming at you with that flag, you know they mean the business, you know they aren't afraid of anything. So let's talk about pirate flags a little bit. Famously, Infamously terrible bite. Oh no, not fine. Yeah, that's half her health. This thing is terrifying. You know, Enrique, we'll give you the super move this time. If you get to if it's still up when it's your turn, it won't be. It's not. Okay. The famous Pirate Flag, which has been repurposed for general purpose hazardous materials, poison, etc., is the skull and crossed bones. Grinning skull, whatever, bones mixed underneath it. So that was a pirate flag. That is not, despite the fact, okay, everyone says that that's like, oh, that's the pirate flag is the Jolly Roger. And then they show the skull, the black banner, white skull and crossbones on it. You know, you have seen this. I don't need to describe it further. I probably didn't need to describe it as much as I have already. Here's the thing, that's not the Jolly Roger. And I feel like one of those historians getting into the fact of, you know, like the difference between the Union flag, the Union Jack, the Confederate flag is actually the battle standard of Northern Virginia. The actual Confederate flag at the end of their short-lived state was entirely white. Appropriate. No, Jolly Roger is a reserved term. That was specifically the battle standard of Bartholomew Roberts. And the original Jolly Roger, that was what his crew called their specific flag. And it is, yeah, we're okay. You know what? We're gonna eat around terrible bite. We're gonna focus up with everybody. We're gonna have Fina buff Vice, and wait. Actually, we still have some glyphs of might. This we should be, yeah. We'll use a glyph of might on Vice. Everyone else, go ahead and focus. We'll hit it with a supercharged Pirate's Wrath. That might be able to do it. No, the original Jolly Roger is specifically Black Bart's flag, and it is. Wait, I mentioned this last time. Hang on. My bad. I didn't mark this off the list of my trivia from last time. Yeah. Skeleton stabbing heart. It's like, wait, this sounds very familiar. Where have I heard this before? I've heard this from me before. So we go. This is what I get for occasionally being tipsy when I'm doing this narration. It is, I assure you, unscripted. At least I caught myself. That's okay. I have other classroom hours. You can't get away that easily. For a lark, I'm curious. Can we petrify this thing? Let's find out. It looks like we probably can't, but you know, it's for science. It's a discovery in its own right. Long story short, though, stop using Jolly Roger as a generic term. It's a specific thing. All pirate flags are different. They're all beautiful. They all have their place. I admit, I find the Frost Breath confusing. I would expect more like lightning attacks for a Valuing monster. But, you know, every country has a monster. Can we turn it to stone? Important question. Well, no, but we can do just enough damage to finish it off after it barely survived Pirate's Wrath. Fina's like, yeah, I killed it with the Cupel. Obviously. Duh. Giant monster don't impress. Ooh, defensive overrun. I don't recognize that item. I'm actually going to check that real quick. As ever, put the blood back into everything. Our frozen blood. What's that? Invulnerable to normal attacks and improves defense as well. Wow. I mean, that's really good. It's not what we want, I think, on Fina. invulnerability to attacks is good, but losing 50 magic and 50 odd willpower is not what we're aiming for. But okay, just you can't be hurt by basic attacks. That's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to complain. Well, I will, just not about that. Okay, we have a fork in the road. I don't know where I'm going. So we're going to start on the left-hand tunnel and see how it works out for us. This is the same exploration technique which got us through the Dark Rift successfully. Didn't do anything for Polly's husband, but we'll probably remember to get him eventually. If it's another one of those frostworm critters, I'm putting on the white map. I'm putting on the white map. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cute, but we're on the clock. Alright, well, what's next down my mailbag so I don't be repeating lessons? Heaven knows I wouldn't want to ramble. That doesn't sound like me at all. A very technically complicated question submitted from a long-time viewer, first-time follower. How many types of boat are there? Question mark. Why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta ask me that? I had plans for this evening and the rest of the week. Okay. Short answer. Several. There's a lot. Alright, so, breaking this down. Obviously, that depends on what time period we're talking about, what neighbor we're talking about, what tradition we're talking about. But in the Age of Sailing pirate stuff, quite a few. This, much like the rigging on a sailing ship, all of those different ropes and stays and stanchions and knots, those all have specific names, and they get super salty with you if you get them even slightly wrong. The same is true of the ships themselves. And there is a litany of different factors which determine how a vessel is actually classified. The most common, and some of these traits are still in use, are still in use today. But the most common things that determine what kind of boat a ship happens to be is its overall displacement, its size, not necessarily its length, though that is often part of it. The kind of sails that it has, the kind of rigging that it has. Is it square rigged or is it lantine rigged? Again, lantine rigged is triangular sails on a long mast as opposed to big rectangular sails perpendicular to the rest of the hull. And white map, because I said I was going to do it, and I immediately started to forget about it. And the number of masts that the ship has. Does it have a mixture of square and lantine rigging? Is it armed? How many decks does it have? How many gun decks does it have? How many fully enclosed gun decks does it have? All of these things are different questions which can change the official classification of a sailing ship. The list, I could spend literally a whole episode are there any other kind of monsters down here? This thing's starting to worry me. But yeah, okay, I mean, doing most of the work with Pirate's Wrath is working, so we'll keep working. It's me and Dolly Parton in here. We're here from 9 to 5. That man's out to get me. Well, this terrible monster's out to get me, certainly. But this is no. I could spend multiple episodes if I was to break down every common kind of officially recognized by the British Admiralty hull classification and what gave it that classification, why it fit that terminology. It would be hours and your eyes would roll back, your heads would gloss over, because it's really not that important. And honestly, I'm a big sailing geek. I'm not that kind of sailing geek. That's a little technical even for me. And those of you who are regular viewers will know I'm still pretty technical. Ooh, can we finish this off with Alpha Storm in the same round? I don't know how it'll react to fire. Let's find out. But just going, quickly through the list. These are, I'm not making up any of these words for the record. These are all discrete, specific kinds of sailing ship that if you talk to an expert, they can tell you what all of these things mean and how they earned that classification. Brig, bark, barkentine, cutter, schooner, yawl, ketch, sloop, carrack, caravel, dhow, galley, galleon, galleass, frigate, ship of the line, man of war, windjammer, first rate, second rate, third rate. Those are all specific subclassifications of warships used by the British Admiralty. This is not getting into modern ships, ironclads, mixed hulls, etc. And that is, also junk. This is, I said dhow, that's the Indian variant. Yeah, and then there are subclassifications of almost all of those as well, with more specifics about what they be. Hey, I'm kind of losing this fight, aren't I? That's okay. We'll hit it with more cutlasses. And we'll get some Sacrum Crystal just in the event of emergency.
Let's try this.
Ah, good. First in the initiative. We're fine. Keep freezing us, buddy. I don't care. I'll keep talking. Yeah, I could explain like about a third of those hull classifications, like what specifically those mean. But pretty much, how many boats are there? There's an awful lot of boats, an infinite variation, perhaps, of different permutations. Yeah, mostly, how many guns does it have? How many masts does it have? How many hulls? How many decks does it have? If we're talking about modern, like, small craft sailing, modern sailing ships, not talking about, pirate history anymore, but sometimes pirate presence or even just day sailing, we also include the number of hulls in classification, in that you have, what one of the most of this terminology does not apply to like day sailing ships these days. However, there are some things unique to that, and that is a mono hull ship, which is most sailing vessels, a one design, which is like a sailing dinghy or a generic template of a small craft, and then if you have multiple hulls. 2 hulls is a bimaran, literally 2 boat. And if you have 3 hulls that are stapled together with one set of mast and sails, that is a trimaran. Bimaran and trimaran. High speed, very stable, good performance. Finicky as all heck to actually control, and often they react squirrely to any amount of wave and weather. They bounce an awful lot. Very fun to sail. I wouldn't want to cross the ocean. We're not counting like, America's Cup high performance, trimarans. That doesn't count. Those are rocket ships that have to be air powered. Note, bimaran and trimaran should not be confused. Okay, finally different kinds of enemies. What are these glow bug looking things? I don't know, but I hate it. I'm going to try stabbing them. I think I'm going to end up raining swords on them. Admittedly, that's a frequent solution to problems. No. A bimaran and a trimaran should not be confused with a bireme, or a trireme, or a quangareme, or a quintamarine. Those are different. Those are from not the Great Age of Sail, those are from the First Age of Sail. From Bronze Age and Iron Age stone ooze. I hate that. Does it do what I think it does? Turns fine into stone. Yeah, that'll do it. It was right there on the label. No, if we're talking like ancient Greece and Roman navies, bireme, trireme, that refers to how many sets of layered benches of rowers were on board, how many oar stations were on board, not how many hulls the ship had. All of those ships were mono-hulled. I mean, and I guess we should unpetrify Fina. She would, you know, she does it all the time for the rest of us. Let's be nice. Or we'll rain swords on them and she'll just miraculously recover. Yeah, there we go.
That wasn't so bad.
They turned your girlfriend into a statue.
That wasn't so bad.
I mean, okay, yes, he has multiple girlfriends, but, like, Ika's gonna be upset about that, too. Galatea symbolism up in this thruple. Is that the geekiest thing I've ever said in this channel? It might be. You know what? We're just gonna keep... Fine, patch yourself up. We're gonna keep right on trucking. Valdom, thank you for joining us. Thank you for confirming the intersection of Greek mythology and JRPG spellcasting for me. Is this a dead end? Oh, I should have been paying better attention to this dungeon. Oh, the stone all looks similar. Okay, this... I don't think I have the mini-map in here. Yeah, I sure don't. I guess we didn't in the Mauve TARDIS either. Or excuse me, in the Dark Rift either. Okay. Well, we followed the left path, so when we get to the intersection, we'll follow the next left-hand turn, which should be the tunnel we did not take previously. We just get a giant chalk marker. Oh, I want it! A shrimp! 3D print it for me. It is adorable. It is king of all animals. The Gruder has been replaced in mine eyes. I'm still gonna abuse the super move and wipe it out next round. That's gonna happen. But in the meantime, it is majestic. Well, what you guys are gonna do with an AoE attack buff? That seems unnecessary. Y'all don't need that. That must be defending this round. Attack down. I mean, hit Fina with attack down. Was that? What was I just saying? Okay, the symbolism is real. That's just how it's gonna go. Kinda like rolls up on beach day. It's like, yo, I'm carved from stone. Look at this. Okay, I'm sorry. I just noticed it also petrifies the Cupel, who keeps flying around while turned into stone. I'm here for it. The Cupel's just playing along. Like, I don't have flesh. I'm a nanotech monster from the ancient world that's just kind of cute. But by all means, turn me to stone. I'll play it. It'll be fun. Don't hit us with attack down, man. You're just gonna make this take longer. Oh yeah. Oh, and it only impacts Vice, of course. Well, one for him. I doubt she'll be able. You know what? I've been working on this one. Why don't we turn them to stone first? You know, little something I've been spitballing. Been talking it over with the rest of the crew. Ah, these things are tanky. Or they're defending constantly. Enrique trying out for his own anime, as ever. Mogi ain't here. Stop showing off. Oh, right, no, we keep getting multiple castings of Drones. Yeah, that's why. That's why Vice is suddenly hitting a lot worse. It only gets one person per round. But... Did not work. Did not work. Tried, did not work. Had to try. I mean, this will at least damage both of them. Yeah. I tell you, these things are surprisingly sturdy. We get another batch of these beautiful creatures, photorealistic shrimp from Elden Ring. Then. Oh, you did not. You better not heal from that. Oh, it's on. Oh. I'm not okay with that. These things are objectively harder than most of the bosses we have fought. Okay. Cutlass Fury will finish this one off, mostly because Fina is going to get rid of our debuffs. Cleansing should do it. Enrique is also going to focus up. If we don't knock out one from this round, I'm just gonna cheese spirit points, and we're gonna hit him with a super move. Enemy starts healing on me, starts using my HP. No. We are all full of hogs' heads. We came from Gordos before this dungeon, you know? They don't get to just suck that juice out of us. That's not fair. Okay, that's one left. Now, you might be asking yourself, will I use Pirate's Wrath on a single random mob from a group combat that is not like a mini-boss? The answer might surprise you. Shrimp monsters hate this one weird trick. Pirates swear by it. I'm not sure if I mentioned this previously, as I'm using a lot of Pirate's Wrath these days. For the entirety of my childhood, and maybe I just had very low fidelity speakers when I was playing this on the GameCube, it's so tough! I absolutely thought that Vice was saying yo-ho, and then Pirate's Wrath. Which, it seemed like oh, that seems fitting, you know, pirate, yo-ho! But no, it's behold. And now I feel quite silly for, getting that wrong all these years. Granted, I also thought this dungeon was called the Maw of Tartarus, as opposed to Tartus, so maybe the problem's on my end. Thank goodness those aren't a naturally occurring part of the environment. Whew. Hate to fight one of those. Ancient Bracer. Alright, definitely heal up after that. Yeah, I mean, it was mostly fine at taking the hits, but it's also mostly her magic fixing it, so 6 of 1. so right is the way that we came in. We're gonna hug the left wall, and we're gonna take that next intersection. I'm a bit weirded out about all these, like, are these just raw moonstone? Just giant crystal formations? We should be, like, mining this stuff as we go. We'd make bank. We'd never have to worry about fuel again. Oh, I know. It's the some of it is the low bit translation, and like Gilder's voice actor chewing his vowels. But like Enrique is quite enunciating, even if he sounds like, you know, a magical girl anime, with, you know, may righteousness be our shield, shield of justice. But the trick is that I was able to quote that 15 years in between playthroughs. Now, I never played on the Dreamcast, but is it the same? Is it actually just like directly the same voice set? I guess that was well before the era of remasters when they put it out on Cube. Well, this looks appropriately ominous. That wasn't triggering the boss fight. That's just some random encounter. They just like, what is this? We're getting the whole gamut of wildlife down here. Stalk fiends? Yeah. Something about it kind of says it's the lamprey head. Yeah, okay, it's a lamprey mouth on the head on a flying creature. I do not like that. This has possibly nothing to do with having actually been attacked by lamprey eels in real life, but yeah, I don't dig that at all. Ugh. That's a gribble. That's a gribbly one right there. GameCube Legends has additional kids. Enrique wasn't in the original? Wait, seriously? How do you get the Delphinus if Enrique isn't in the GameCube version? Or excuse me, isn't in the Dreamcast version? Like, he's MVP for the entire middle of the game. You wouldn't know that he's MVP because he just got laid out by this pinata thing, but... And then Bubble blasted with the Care Bear stare. Well, okay, thank you for buffing all your terrible pinata friends after their attack rounds. Look, Crispy Fella, I'm in no position to say that you're wrong. I never played the Dreamcast version. I'd just be very confused about the plot if Enrique wasn't in it. I know, like, the bounty fights are new. Like, those were not in the original, but... Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and heal yourselves, you little derp beast. I ain't even done any damage yet. Tapeworm looking little thing. I'm coming for you. Nasty weather today. I guess it was a little. Okay, now I'm 98% certain that this will be a... Oh, no, this is definitely a ship battle coming up. Because it's a ship dungeon, it's a ship boss fight. That said, we're going to put the captain's hat back on Vice. He deserves it. Will that affect his cannoneering or the Moonstone cannon? No. But how's he going to be captain without the hat? People gotta know. Oh, I like this chamber. I like it a lot. You come in here, you know it's the business. I suppose this is a discovery. No, that would have been too greedy for me. Where did all these webs come from? Fina asks while looking directly at a giant spider. Look at all this gold! Look at these large limbs! No, I can hear. Right. There's a Gigas. We forgot about that. Yeah. How every crystal has had a Gigas associated with it. We just. Whoops. Is that?
That is Yellowgar, the yellow Gigas. He loves gold. Sylvite mages managed to put him to sleep. Then they sealed him in here. Yellowgar is extremely powerful, so it's best that we don't wake him.
Yeah, thank you for explaining this now, Fina. Not during our strategy session about raiding this dungeon. Like, oh yeah, we definitely left the Gigas in there. It's alive and active and super nettled.
The crystal is in Yellowgar's possession. We have to find a way to remove it without waking him.
Looking for volunteers. Enrique? It's your country. Guys, I don't think it sees us. I think we're okay. Great, he's awake. He is awake. Enrique, we blame you. If we stay here, we won't be able to dodge the lightning. We have to get away from him. Engines, full reverse. Hey, why are y'all away from your stations? You're not working at get back to your councils, kids. Like engines full reverse, and Ika's like, oh, that's me, isn't it? Oh, whoops. I was sorry. I was distracted. Chekhov, huh? This here's McCoy. Oh, I hate this for us. That's not a good beam. Oh, sweet! We don't have to fly back out of the dungeon. It's just exploded into the sky in northern Valua. I hope no one lived there. This is bad!
He made breaking the seal look easy. This isn't a good sign.
Looks like we're gonna have to fight him to get the crystal. Battle stations! Let's take that thing down. We fought a giant bird. We fought a giant bird already today. We're primed and ready. We're full of hogsheads, simmered in wine sauce. Look, I tell you, snout to tail, right? The whole animal. We're ready for it.
Yellowgar. Ancient records say its thunder tore open the skies themselves, and its roar shook the ground.
Fina here narrating the intro to Brutal Legend. Tell us about it.
Huh! It doesn't sound like a very friendly Gigas. Vice, we should be extra careful.
I mean, with nothing but green tiles. Yeah, be extra careful. It will escalate. So in the meantime, we're not starting with 15 spirit, which is a shame because then we can immediately boost up to 50. But usual course of openers. Let's buff the boat. Let's build up some spare focus. I don't think it'll do anything too terribly damaging to us. We will forgo.
Do we want to do any more buffing?
I mean, I guess it would be funny to hit the Yellow Gigas with, like, attack down, but it feels kind of like, I don't know. That feels like cheating. I'm pretty sure we have a wax for... Oh, no, we're out of wax. Gear grease is speed. If I'm yeah, gear grease is speed. Okay, well let's buff up the dolphins. Let's see how we do. big scorpion dragon thing over here. Also, those of you following along at home, you may have noticed that the previous dungeon, Glacius, was a trivia contest and then basically a straight line. Like, there's no back and forth, it was just, working through the catwalks in the city. And this ship dungeon was literally just a Y intersection, and we managed to double the length by taking one wrong turn. Photon charge? I'm not sure those are photons. Yeah, good shot, Lavos. Well done. Yeah. 10,000 needles. Keep it up. This thing ain't hard. But compare that complexity to the Dark Rift, or any of the previous on-foot dungeons, particularly like the Apatoma, Mountain's Eye, or Rixus. And you may have noticed that they have become a great deal simpler. That's not your imagination. That is, I assume, budget or time constraints. Which is a shame, but that's how they get you. How do I want to do that? Because I'd love to hit it with the Arc Whale and... yeah, one pip on the coil gun. Yeah, we get some coil gun fire in there, and that gives us just enough left over to use Arala, and that will not top up, but that will boost our spirit gauge right back up. Or we could fly out of range of our initial shot. I mean, that happens too. But stop that! Stop that! Yeah, I have not heard. It's an old enough game that I really don't know anything about the actual production of Skies of Arcadia. I don't know if it was a troubled production or not. But I do know that it is definitely more compressed in the back half, which to me seems, that's usually how it goes, right? They ran out of something. Why don't we just use torpedoes every round? That's 10k each. I don't like this. It is 4 drills, 1 for each of us. Okay, investing in the reinforced hulls and defensive upgrades for the Delphinus was the correct choice. Okay, yeah, no. When we're actually in range to hit the thing, 6k from one of the sub-cannons is phenomenal. Oh, maybe this round will go better. It looks kind of flat. Maybe we should try attacking from above or below. It might be easier to... Okay, well, we just saw the Doom Laser fires from the bottom. Okay, I was just paying attention. So let's try attacking it from above where it doesn't have the Doom Laser. I guess it shoots the photons from up top, but it's going to do that to us anyway. Let's try attacking it from above. Increasing altitude. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, we get a... looks like we get a Moonstone Cannon next round. Okay. Okay. On the off chance this works, and we get a full 4-hit broadside in the final activation, that'll be majestic. I don't know if it'll end the fight, but it'll be cool as heck. Your photons don't scare me. I'm drinking gin and tonic. Well, past tense. That's why they don't scare me. A little better armored on top, it looks like. Maybe we should be going for the soft underbelly, big crab-looking thing. Oh, no, okay, it was defending that round. That's fair. I would do it, too. if there's a giant monster above me. Guys, we're above it. Aim the cannons downwards. Tilt the hull slightly. Oh, man. I guess, in hindsight, with most of our guns on top of the boat, I suppose we would want to attack it from below for best impact. A single weak point.
More importantly, is it just me, or does that thing look a little more active? Is the Teeny-Weeny on it or something?
Perhaps, whatever the reason, it appears to be building up for some sort of attack.
I wish there was some way we could knock it off at balance like we've done with all the other Gigas, but it's just too big.
It's quadrupedal. That's what it's got going for it.
Anything short of the Moonstone Cannon probably won't even make that thing budge.
Well, obviously, we're... Yeah, yes, Aika, thank you for... Thank you for prompting us, Aika. Yes, we do want to use the Moonstone Cannon. We have been playing the same game. We can afford complete kits. We're fine. Buff the boat. Yeah, we'll focus up. We might be able to get an immediate follow-up Moonstone Cannon hit. And since we can buy complete kits just back at our awesome pirate base for reasonable prices, we can just start using those things. Yes, yes, you have a belly laser. It's very nice. We have a laser too. But ours doesn't make it look like we're exposing ourselves to... Okay, fine, you got me there. Yes, it does. That doesn't mean it's okay. No. Are we gonna trade super moves in the activation? Oh, I really like that. I wonder if we'll be able to like stun it out of its big attack.
Fire!
Ooh, solid damage. Solid damage. Chunky. Target lost. Wrap it on its big snout.
Alright, that did it. It's off balance.
Ha ha! Leave it to the Moonstone Cannon. Alright, now's our chance. Open fire. Yes, sir, Captain, sir. I mean, okay, it's mostly going to be the Moonstone Cannon. And, I mean, we could do 2 rounds of coils or the Arc Whale Torpedo. We're going to do the Arc Whale Torpedo. And then everybody else, margaritas, schnapps, smoke them if you got them. Like, the engineers are frantically, like, just dumping buckets of water onto the capacitors. It's like, you're not supposed to use this thing 2 shots in a row! If we run into Admiral DeLoco again, I want to commend him for the very fine work he did exploiting a native population for a slave labor camp to develop the Moonstone Cannon. I'm not thrilled about the method, mind you, but the results, it's a pretty good cannon. I'll give DeLoco that. Also, I will give him the Moonstone Cannon. If we run into that guy again, for a third round against the invincible and ever-changing chameleon. Oh, I thought the harpoon was impressive.
Vice, what now? Orders, please!
Yo, crew, how many fights we win by being passive? How many fights we win by staying back and seeing what the enemy does on its initiative? While we've established that it's getting stronger the longer the fight goes on. No, we're going to go in there and we're going to start poking it. We're stabbing this bear. Some days, you get the bar. That may have been the wrong decision. Well, I don't know. Again, we're in the attack path for evidence of cannon next round. So we've established that our cannons are not likely to hit it, because, you know, just bad luck. But we will gamble a little on big hits. And we are going to do 2 rounds of focus, though, so we are definitely charged for the instant cannon next time, and that'll finish it off, because it'll probably survive this. If the torpedo hits, it'll be pretty close, but alas, we only have 1 arc whale torpedo. When we get back to Pirate Island, remind me to swap out the main gun, the ancient cannon, with another torpedo tube, because like that's where the main damage is coming from against most bosses. Obviously, apart from the Moonstone cannon. What was I talking about? Alright, you know, again, serviceable hit. It was defending. Didn't get the 10k out of it. What was I talking about previously while we hopefully get into some cannon? Right. Hull classifications, biremes, triremes, monohull ships, how many rowers they had on them. You thought I was abandoning that topic, because you have not been paying attention. Or you have been. Doesn't matter. Head fake. Or not. So, I did actually want to touch on that. Indeed, piracy goes all the way back to, you know, Mycenaean Greece, and hell, Minoan Greece, and probably before that, I'm sure, you know, there was eye patches and cutlasses back in Mesopotamia. They weren't cutlasses, or probably not eye patches, you know that. But since I mentioned different kinds of old world sailing ships, oar-powered for the most part, those are galleys under modern understanding of them. And there is the... Okay, I blame Ben-Hur. I blame Charlton Heston for a lot of things, but I specifically blame him for the whole, like, oh, it's a slave galley, and there's a guy with a drum beating out the cadence as you go into battle, and all that, you know, sweaty, shirtless extras making Charlton Heston look better and being vaguely homoerotic. Yes, I know I'm describing all of Ben-Hur, not just the sailing scenes. So here's the rub about that. Like, slave galleys are an existent thing, kind of. Oh, wait. Oh, that's... that's my bad. I selected the coil gun instead of the Moonstone cannon, didn't I? Okay. Oops. I should be paying better attention and talking less. Stream attacks, that's how it happens. The boss fight will last a little bit longer. Whoopsie! Well, hey, if we actually hit with all the rounds, it might still do the job. No, so... are getting a bunch of poor galley slaves, put them on oars and making them row, is that a thing that happens throughout history? Yeah. The Ottoman Turks, in their association into the 1800s, like the Barbary Corsairs, yes, do make... oh wait, no, I selected the Moonstone cannon. It was just at the end. It was the last activation. Never mind. I'm outthinking myself. Who else could outsmart me? Other than Beleza. Show me them numbers. That'll do, pig. Yeah, you go back in the hole. The hole is your home. Okay, I said I was going to be quoting Fleetwood Mac. I did not say I was going to be quoting Happy Gilmore, but here we are. Ooh. Oh, all right. Another Captain Stripe and a Thunder Cutlass. That's exciting. We're going to check out both of those shortly. We should have gotten the crystal before we blew it up. Oh, jeez. Sorry, Fina. Quest failed. Ica celebrates violence. We did it! Jumping 3 feet vertically into the air. That wasn't easy. Go, we made a new crater. Let's grab that and let's get out of here before the rest of the Armada shows up. There's no way that is cool enough to touch.
It's amazing that we're able to get to it before the Armada.
Well, since we got the yellow crystal, we should head back to Crest Isle, like, now.
This is the 5th moon crystal that we've collected. You know what that means. The map table is getting a workout tonight. And now, my quest is finished.
Fina. We have the yellow moon crystal. We have depressed Fina for destroying something beautiful, like a terrible scorpion monster from the old world. Okay, well, we are a little bit past time, but we are going to finish up with some housekeeping. We are going to get back to the vicinity of Crescent Island. I'm going to remember to actually patch up the hull and apply that Captain's Stripe. In fact, the Captain's Stripe first, because, you know, that's going to increase our hit points. To 5,200, that's lovely. Boat healed up, crew healed up, and let's look at this Thunder Cutlass. I mean, it's a cutlass, so I mean that's going to be for Vice. So, nice tuna. That's a modest damage, a modest increase, but I mean, no downside to it. So sure, we'll take it. I mean, equipping yellow in the Thunder Cutlass seems only appropriate. And oh, now we are Vice the dashing as opposed to the daring. I like that. We do dash a fair amount. Let us check. I mean, it's just due east, right? Yeah, yeah, literally due east. Let's get out of here before the Germans arrive. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, we found the. We found the sky ladder. What was the old world up to? A Valuan legend states that before the age of airships and air balloons, the people of the ancient world, over many years, built a ladder from which they could see the entire world. What would the people of that era think of Valua's own armada? I think if you build a ladder into the sky, perfectly straight up with no external suspension, and it's still standing after the end of the world, I don't think you're impressed by an airship. I think you... Yeah, no, this is... No, seriously, as an engineering feat, this is the most outlandish and impressive thing we have encountered. I know there's been like monster robots and stuff. I'm actually more impressed by this. Wow. I almost feel sorry about breaking their robot. You know, cool robot, but it had it coming. That's the Cat's Island. Have I managed to sail immediately past my base again? Yes, for the multipleth time. Okay. Well, there will doubtlessly be plot once we land. I think it's probably going to go into a series of extra cutscenes as we get our next marching orders. That is 5 out of 6 moon crystals, and Fina confirms that they already got the silver one. They have moon crystal at home, which means, hey, we won. We got all the MacGuffins before Balua did. Fina's job is done here. And now we just need to see about getting that precious load of definitely radioactive, obviously glowing jewels returned to her people for safekeeping, where the power of the old world cannot be abused by man who was the real monster all along with imperialism and colonialism, as we keep stating. In the meantime, that is, I'll pick up with my previous lecture topic next time. Don't think I won't. For now, that is where we were going to call it for the evening. As ever, take care of yourselves. Failing that, take care of each other. Fair wind, following seas, and I will catch you all in the next one.